So this is exercise 3E on completing the square and turning points on page 101 of your textbook. This is also part of the booklet that I gave you at the start of the year. Feel free to use that there. So to transpose a quadratic into turning point form, you can use a calculator, but it's also a very important skill to be able to do something called completing the square. Okay? So you can use completing the square in order to find an equation that's the same value, guys at the back, the same value, but it's in a different form. So this one right here, you guys generally should be familiar with. It's just x plus a. If I square that, I can expand it to get x squared plus 2x. Oops, sorry. X squared plus 2x, 2ax, sorry, plus a squared. That's just what we're familiar with. However, I'm not super into that formula. Instead, I want you guys to write down this formula. If I've got x squared plus ax plus b, it equals to x plus a over 2 all squared minus a over 2 all squared plus b. That's the formula we're going to be using. Okay? If you have a different method of doing it, you're more than welcome to use your own method. That is the one I use. So this is for completing the square. And the end points, the end goal is that after we complete the square for an equation, we will end up with that equation in turning point form. Okay? So I'm going to try to put that into practice over here. I've got x squared plus 2x minus 3. What is my value of a? So what is the number in front of the x with a single power? 2, positive 2, easy. What is my b value? Negative 3. I'm going to use my formula. So it equals to, bracket, I'm going to use this formula right here, x plus my a value, which is 2 over 2, all squared there, minus a over 2 squared, so a is 2 over 2 again, all squared. Are we okay with what I'm doing right now? Yeah? Absolutely. So I've got x plus a over 2, so instead of writing a, I write 2. So I've got x plus 2 over 2, and then all square that. And then in the formula, I've got take away a over 2, all squared of that, and then plus b. What's my b value here? Negative 3, so I'm going to write plus negative 3. Okay, now I simplify, which equals to x plus 2 over 2. How do I simplify that? X plus 1, thank you. I square that, and I get minus 2 over 2 is 1. What's 1 squared? 1. And then plus negative 3, I'm going to write minus 3. Are we okay if I replace that with a minus 4 instead? So I get that instead? Yep, so instead of minus 3, minus 4, instead of minus 1, minus 3, I'm going to write minus 4. And there you go. You'll see that our equation is now in turning point form. You can see from this equation very blatantly just what is the turning point, where is axis symmetry, what graph does it look like. So this turning point form is a lot more useful than this one right here, because that one's a bit harder to try and recognize. So turning point form provides with turning point off the bat. Do I have any questions about that? So it's an application of formula. I'm going to do that over here. I'm going to try and find the turning point. So y equals x squared minus 4x. My voice broke like I'm 12. Minus 4x plus 3. So I'm going to say, well, what is my a value? Negative or positive 4? Negative 4. Good. What's my b value? Positive 3. Good. I'm going to substitute that into my equation. This one over here. So I'm going to write, you know what? I'm going to copy and paste it and replace the numbers. I feel like that's going to make a bit more sense. There we go. So I'm going to substitute the value of a. So instead of writing a, I'm going to write negative 4. There we go. I'm going to write negative 4. And instead of writing a over here, I'm going to do the same thing. I write negative 4. That's not quite what I wanted to do. That'll do. There we go. Negative 4 over here. And then instead of writing b, I'm going to write positive 3. Are we okay with what I just did? Yep. So substituting those values in, and I get x, what's negative 4 over 2? Negative 2, so x minus 2 all squared there, minus, what's negative 4 over 2 again? Square that. 4. Now it's minus 4 here. Because in the bracket right here, it's negative 2, right? So that would be negative 2. And then square that would give me 4. But we still have that negative in front. So we end up with negative 4. Have I skipped too many steps there? No? Okay. And then plus 3 is just plus 3. Which gives me x minus 2 or squared minus 1. Now, theoretically, if we've done this correctly, when I expand this right here, it should give me the same as this one right here. So you don't have to copy this down. I'm just going to try and do this to prove a point. So I'm going to expand it equals to x minus 2 minus 1. Are we okay with that? Just running out the squares. Awesome. I'm going to multiply FOIL, so equals x squared. First is x times x. Outer minus 2 times x, sorry. So minus 2x. Inner minus 2 times x gives me minus 2x. Last gives me plus 4, because negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. I know I'm going through this very quickly, I do apologize. Minus 1, and therefore I would get x squared minus 4x plus 3, which is the same as that one right there. So we're not changing any variables, we're not changing the equation at all, we're not changing any numbers or anything like that. All we're doing is transposing it so we end up in this equation form over here. Any questions? Have I done the question? No, what do I need to do? Awesome, find the turning point. What's the turning point? Awesome, HK Hong Kong, right? So what's my K value, Mars?
The K value is -1.
Easy, my H value? Good, positive 2. That's it, that's my turning point. TP equals to that. Does that make sense? Awesome. One more algebraic example, then we'll just do a graph and we're done. So y equals to negative 2x squared plus 12x minus 7. What do you notice is different between this equation form right here and our usual y equals to, and the provided formula of x squared plus 2, geez, I'm stumbling a lot today, plus ax plus b, there we go. What do you notice is different between those two? There's a, right? What would you say a would be in this equation? 12. What would b be? Easy. What letter were you signing for negative 2? There is no letter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scratch that because we have to make sure the coefficient is 1 because there is no number there in front. The formula is assuming you have a coefficient of 1 at the start. Does that make sense? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the negative 2. So y equals to negative 2 bracket, geez, that is not a bracket. Negative 2 bracket x squared. Now what would this be? What's 12 divided by negative 2? Positive or negative 6? Negative 6x and then plus 7 over 2. I've divided every term by negative 2 in order to get that negative 2 out of that equation there. Any questions about that? I know I've went through the last few quickly. Okay. So now I'm provided with an equation that is in that form. I'm going to take that out. Now, if you would like to include the negative 2 in every line of your working out, you are more than welcome to. I'm not personally going to do that. So I'm going to write that over here. X squared minus 6x plus 7 over 2. That's the equation we're provided. Same idea. What is my A value now? Negative 6. What's my B value? Good. Positive 7 over 2. I'm going to use my formula, and I'm going to get brackets x, and this is referring to the formula we used above. Do you guys want me to copy it down? No, I'm good. Okay. X, and then I'm going to add A over 2, so negative 6 over 2, squared. And then I'm going to choose minus a over 2, which is negative 6 over 2, squared, plus b, which is 7 over 2. I'm going to simplify that. I'm going to get x, now negative 6 over 2 is negative 3, so minus 3 squared minus, negative 6 over 2 is negative 3. What's that squared? Positive or negative? Positive, so we're taking away positive 9. So just minus 9 plus 7 over 2. Are we okay with that? Yeah. Do I need to slow down or we're good? Okay. So I'm going to simplify from there. This is just a understanding of fractions. I know that 9, so negative 9 is the same as negative 18 over 2. Are we okay with that? Lovely. So I know that equals to x minus 3 squared minus 18 over 2 plus 7 over 2. Are we okay with that? Yeah, I know we don't do enough fractions in high school for some reason. And then from there, simplify that, I get x minus 3 all squared minus 11 over 2. Are we done? Why not? Sorry? Before we do that, what do we have to do? Awesome, we forgot about the 2, so let's bring it back and substitute it back into this over here. Because remember, we took that out, we have to put it back in. So, I've got, oops, there we go, y equals to negative 2 bracket, what do we get? X minus 3 squared, and then minus 11 over 2. Can you guys see that up the back? Yeah, okay. So, from there, I'm going to expand just the negative 2 at the front. So I'm going to multiply, and this is where it gets a little bit confusing. I'm going to multiply negative 2 by this term right here, and then I'm going to multiply negative 2 by this term right there, okay? So I'm going to get y equals to negative 2 x minus 3 squared, and then negative 2 times by negative 11 over 2 gives me positive 11. I know it's a little bit to take in. I'll let you guys copy down for a moment. Any questions in the meantime? Okay. So from there, I'm going to find a turning point. What's my turning point? Yep, h and k, so positive 3, good, and? That's it, I'm done. Well done, guys. Alright, let's do this last one together, then I get you guys to do some practice. So, same idea, I'm going to take out negative 2 out of all these terms. So, y equals to, I'm going to rewrite the question first, negative 2x plus 6x minus 8. Y equals to negative 2 bracket, what's the first term? X squared, negative 6, so positive 6 divided by negative 2. Negative 3x, and then negative 8 divided by negative 2. Positive 4, good work. Now I'm going to, this time, I'm going to leave the negative 2 in the equation, so you can pick whichever method you like. So y equals to negative 2. Now, what's my value of a? In this right here. Negative 3, thank you very much. And then b? Positive 4, good work. So, x, take away, x plus, what's a over 2? Well, it's going to be negative 3 over 2. Square that, take away negative 3 over 2, squared, plus 4. Are we okay with that? Yeah. So I've just applied those values into the equation. From there, I'm going to get y equals to negative 2 bracket x plus 3, minus 3 over 2 squared, and then how do I square a fraction? I don't feel like you guys did this before. For example, 3 over 7, what's that squared? Good, 3 over 7 times 3 over 7. The shortcut way is just square the top one and square the bottom one. Do you guys know about this? Yeah? So we're going to do that. So I'm going to get minus 9 over 4. Yes? Lovely. And then plus 4 over here. Simplify that. So 9 over 4 plus, what's 4 as a fraction over 4? Thank you, 16 over 4. What's that equal to? 7 over 4, yes? Yes, I haven't lost everyone, have I? Thank you. Negative 2 bracket x minus 3 over 2 squared, and then plus 7 over 4. Am I done? Can I find the turning point now? Guys, I'm hearing a lot of chat at the back. No, what's up to do?
Expand.
Thank you. Expand it. So y equals to negative 2 bracket x minus 3 over 2 squared. Multiply those two. So I get minus 14, or no, sorry, not 14, minus 7 over 2. So from there, what are my turning points? What's my h value? My h value, sorry. Is it negative or positive? Positive 3/2, thank you. And my k value? Negative 7/2, good work. So in other words, 1.5 and negative 3.5. And so the only thing I will do from here is 1.5, that's 1.5, and negative 3.5. My turning point will be here. Positive or negative graph? Positive or negative graph? Is it positive? Are you sure? You happy with that? Why not? There is a negative up the front. Y equals negative 2x squared. So it's a negative graph, and therefore it's a sad face, and it goes down. That's it. I know I went through a lot. I know I've lost like 75% of you. I do apologize. Do I have any questions right now?